So we're going to start mating the gearbox to the engine, and this needs a thoroughly good clean. I have noticed that somebody's been nibbling at the case there, so I dug out one of my spurs, and actually that's been machined away too, so must have been something in the factory, I think. Before I start cleaning though, I'm going to make sure I don't forget to put that spacer on there. Prior to us fitting, I've also got a new kickstart from it's a new one, not a new old stock, and I'll be using that later as well. So like I say, time to clean these cases first. I'll not bother showing you that. I'm sure you can work that out for yourself, and back on the build. So I've just started cleaning up these cases. I hope you can see the before and the after. And this is just using degreasant and a bit of mild Scotch-Brite. So that's those faces cleaned. Now we need to move on to these ones. Next part is to put some Hylamar Blue instant gasket between the two. I know it's not the traditional way, but I really don't want it to leak, so it's getting some gasket go on as well. So I've been having a bit of a dilemma with a shim. Unfortunately I don't have the shim on me now, but some people say it goes on this end, some people say it goes on this end. When I put it on this end and I tried to fit the gearbox, it would fall out into the cases. It just didn't look right. It just wasn't right. But when you put it on this end, the hole that it would fall through the hole that the kickstart sits in, which is not really a problem because the kickstart sort of pushes against it. But when I suggested that on the forum, some people were saying, but it shouldn't be like that. But when you look at the drawings, it looks like that. Anyway, so I still had that dilemma. So I thought I'll order another shim from Dragonfly. That finally came, took a little while. But that shim was a lot wider, a lot bigger than the previous shim. The internal diameter was the same, but the external diameter was a lot bigger, and that fits exactly into the right space in there. So ordering that other shim seems to answer the question that it does go on this end, and I think we've got the placement right now. So I did put some more Hylamar sealant on while I was doing this dilemma, and that's all dried up, so I need to now clean all that up again, put another smear on there and get this gearbox in. I have done some testing of this gearbox. I've probably filmed a couple of those as well, so I'll put them on this. It selects all the gears now, so it should really be good to go. Here's a neat little trick. So you get it all sort of lined up and pushed in as far as it will go, but that lower gear down there, that likes to flop about. So to stop it from doing that, stick your kickstart pinion in. That'll centre that up, and it means you can position that gear in the right place for that opposite casing. So using that kickstart to line up that lower gear, worked an absolute treat. I've just loosely put the screws in now, ready for tightening up, and then start to look at the outer case now. Oh, I need to put the stuff in that rod that goes in there, and the cotter pin for the clown face as well. Then before I start looking at the outer case, I'm going to check that all the gears can be selected, because to go any further and not test that, it might be a bit of a waste of time, because if it doesn't select, we'll have to strip it all back down again. When tightening these bolts up again, just do a bit of time going round in a circular motion, going round in a cross formation. So maybe that one first, then that one, and that one, and that one, then that one, then these two, and then just tighten them up a bit at a time, going round and round until they're all fully tight, because you don't really want to put a bit of strain on one side of the case or the other. So that case is on, screwed in, a couple of taps with a copper hammer just to get it all lined up and in. It went on fairly easily. I think the next thing is for me to find out where I put the electronic ignition, because there's an electronic plate that goes on this bit, but I think that's one for another day. Thanks for watching. If you would, like and subscribe and tell your friends and all that kind of stuff. This needs a good clean as well for the next bit, and hope to see you on the next one.